Hey, welcome back. As we start the new year, this is a time for people to think about their resolutions and improving their health. Now, one great way to take care of yourself, I truly believe this, is starting the day off with a good breakfast. Now, for help, I spoke with a registered dietitian, Kylie Sakita, who shares nutrition tips with her 1.6 million followers on TikTok. All right, Kylie. Well, you are keeping the world of TikTok healthy with your incredible breakfast ideas. So go through those ideas for us right now.
Of course. So first we have our egg scramble right here. I have some bell peppers on there, some spinach, so some fiber with the vegetables on whole grain toast, as well as some grapes. So I really like this one. I think a lot of people sometimes like a savory breakfast. So I always recommend eggs for something pretty easy, something that's a little low effort. But if you want something a little lower effort, a little sweeter, I always recommend like a Greek yogurt bowl. So you could do this with Greek yogurt, Icelandic yogurt. They both have a good amount of protein. I like to top it off with some bananas, strawberries. You can really use whatever fruit that you like. But I also like to put some chia seeds on there, a little extra fiber, some granola just to make it taste a little sweeter, because I know sometimes Greek yogurt has that tart taste. Yeah. And then I really like this last one. Overnight oats is honestly one of the easiest breakfast ideas. I work in a hospital, so I have to be up a little earlier, and I make this the night before, and it takes, just a few minutes. I think I've timed it once. It's 2 minutes. It's overnight oats. So you have some protein powder tossed in there for that extra protein to keep you satiated, some rolled oats. I use almond milk. And then you can also top it with, the fruits that you like. So I use strawberries and blueberries. And I also like to just top things with coconut flakes just to give it a little bit of an extra taste there.
Just make it a little fancier.
Exactly.
I have to say, I used to get up at 2:30 in the morning for work as well. And so overnight oats were my go-to. I even would add like honey almond slivers in there just to give it a little crunch.
I like that. I was going to say, I feel like everyone adds something different. And I think a lot of it is just playing with different foods just to see like what you like best. But no, I love that, especially if you're waking up super early, 2:30. Doesn't sound as though you have too much time the night before or even the morning of to get ready.
Pretty brutal. But it really is the most important meal of the day. I know I can't start thinking my brain until I've had breakfast, right?
Yeah, totally. I think that a lot of people can definitely benefit from breakfast. A lot of people always tell me that they're feeling tired throughout the day and they always eat lunch pretty late. So I always like to tell people, it might help to have breakfast. It's going to provide you that energy, especially through the morning. And it also might help prevent you from eating those large portion sizes later in the day. And sometimes that makes people feel a little sluggish too in the afternoon. So it can help to kind of space that out throughout the day. I know everyone's different, but I always like to tell people, just give it a shot, see how you like it. And then a lot of people end up liking it.
And all three of those are delicious options, not offensive at all. Well, you mentioned you work in the hospital. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm an outpatient dietitian, so I do that part-time. I specialize in weight management and GI, so I provide outpatient counseling to a number of patients. And I also do my social media as well on the side. That's where I do the TikTok and the Instagram and the YouTube, just to be able to get more nutrition information out to more people.
And you enjoy using those outlets to educate people, right?
I definitely do. I was considering getting an additional degree in public health, just so I can help spread accurate and helpful information on like a larger scale. But I realized that a lot of people were getting their information from online nowadays. And I've been on TikTok before most people my age, I'd say around 2018, 2019. So I realized that there's a lot of misinformation on there. So I first started on there, and then I kind of branched out to Instagram and YouTube and other social media platforms. So now it's been really great. You get to connect with other creators as well as also help people along the way, which is nice.
Well, I love that, because it's not just the info of like what you should eat, but the why as well. What does self-care mean to you?
Totally. I think that self-care is one of those things that everyone has that different definition of. And I think personally, it's the idea that we're actively taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. So it includes paying attention to your body, whether that's checking in on your energy levels or stress levels or even happiness levels. So I think nutrition-wise specifically, that means nourishing your body, paying attention to what it needs, and also not overly restricting too, which a lot of people tend to do, especially around this time of the year when people get nervous around the holidays and they feel as though they really have to pay attention to it. But I like to tell people, really, it's all about balance in that way.
Always about balance.